Hi everyone, I just finished this romper and it is going to be our video today. So if you can see, this is the new Lowland pattern sweater romper. I did the cinched version as well as with the hood, but it also comes with a neckband and the non-elastic version. And I went ahead and tweaked it and added just, what's it called? I took off the I can't talk, I'm so excited. I took off the snap panel at the bottom, and this is so cute. I can't wait to try it on my daughter. And if you want to see how I made it, all the steps, everything, be sure to keep on watching. Bye everyone, and thanks for watching my videos. Sorry if it's windy. To start, I normally show you all the pattern pieces, but I wanted to show you how they look taped up before I cut anything. And I am going to make one adjustment, so I wanted to show you beforehand. This is what it all looks like. This is the front piece, the sleeve, the cuff, these are the bands, the hood, and the back piece. Now, for this pattern, I'm going to adjust the front and back. Y'all know, if you haven't been on my channel, I try to make everything as easy as possible. So we are not going to be doing the binding with the snaps at the bottom. Sorry, but that ain't for me. What I'm going to do is just cut it right at this line. So we're going to take off about an inch. You just see like where it starts curving out here. You're just gonna bam, cut it right there. Bam, cut it right there. So for both, we're going to take off that little section. So all I'm going to do is cut it right here and cut it right here. Okay, so these are all the pieces we need. We have the front, the back, 2 arm cuffs, 2 leg cuffs, the hood, and then these are the sleeves. And then I am going to make the cinched version today. You can skip this step, but you just need the measurement of elastic that is in the pattern. It is in the instructions, and it's at 18.25 inches for size 2T. And let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew the hood, just so we can get it out of the way. And all you're going to do is place your hood right sides together so that the right side of your fabric is touching the other right side of the fabric. And all you're going to do is sew along the curve. So what we're going to do is sew along this curve right here. And then I'll be back. Okay, this is what it looks like. Sorry if you can't really tell with my rug. But I just sewed the edge and I use a 1/4 seam allowance. And now all I'm going to do is open it up so that I can hem this side of it. So you open it like this and you're going to hem the side that is going to be in the front, you know, touching the face. So I'm just going to clip my tail, fold it in a 1/2 inch down, and hem it on my cover stitch, or you can use your sewing machine with the zigzag, however you like to hem. You could even do a lined hood. All you would do is make 2 pieces and then put them right sides together and sew down this way, but I'm just going to hem it to save on fabric. So this is what it looks like all hemmed. Again, I just folded it a 1/2 inch and sewed it down. So next we are going to work on the body of the romper. So I'm just going to open up my 2 pieces and lay them right sides together. Oh my gosh, look, my daughter wants to join us. I got her the sewing machine from Amazon. Anyways, so I have my 2 romper pieces right sides together. The back is here and there's the front. And now we're just going to sew down the shoulder, bam and bam. I figured it's probably easier to see if I'm on this table. So now that you have your 2 shoulders sewn together, you're going to open it up like this with the right side of the fabric peeking through. And then you're going to take one of your sleeves and you're going to grab the bigger side, not this side, the bigger side. And you're going to just place it right sides together here, like this, and we are going to sew it down. Just like this, and you're going to sew it down and do the same thing to the other side, and I'll be back once that's done. Okay, now it looks something like this. Sorry, you can't really see all of it, but all I'm going to do is flip it so it's right sides together again, and then I'm going to sew this side of the romper. So we have the arm here and the side of the romper, and all I'm going to do is start from the bottom of the romper here and sew all the way up the arm, And do the same with the other side. And I'm going to actually close the crotch down. I told y'all we're not doing the snaps today, so I'm closing the crotch down. So you're doing 3 sides. This side, here. I find it easier to start from the bottom because then when you reach this part, you can just straighten it out like this. Again, sorry, you can't really see everything here, but hopefully that makes sense. And again, I'll be back once that step is done. Okay, next I want to add the hood. So what I'm going to do is line up my side seams so that I can get the center front and center back of this neck hole. Just like this, so my two seams are lined up, and I'm just going to make a small little slit right there in the back and in the front. Is that a song, like in the back and in the front? Sorry. So now we have those 2 little slits that'll help us when we're attaching the hood. I don't like using clips, so this is what I do. So you're going to take center back of your hood and line it up with that spot, and you're going to be sewing, and then when you get to the front here, you're just going to, I think I saw in the pattern, you just kind of overlap them a little bit and sew them down right there. So that's all I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to video this part just in case anyone has any trouble with it. Angle works out, but again, I don't like using clips, but if you do like using clips, go ahead. All I'm going to do is start from the back. So I have my little slit here, and I have the back of the hood. I'm going to put those together and just start sewing about 2 inches before that. And I'm just aligning everything, and I'm just going to keep going and use my little slit from the front as my guide to how, I mean, it should just fit right in there, but just in case, you can hold it in that spot. We're almost there. Okay, so again, we're just going to overlap those parts. So since this part is already going sewn, I'm just going to leave it there and then overlap the other one on top of it. Make sure everything is lined up nicely here. Just like that. And all I'm going to do is just really hold it down to make sure it gets caught in there. Like all the 3 layers, I mean. You can even lift your presser foot and kind of make sure everything is going. And make sure you're going to catch this side of the hood too. And then just finish off the rest. Again, it should just fit right in, so. I like to clip this tail. I know you could use your knife, but I don't like turning on my knife. Okay, and then just finish it off here. And I just like to pull my loopers and then form a little knot. Sorry, my camera's shaking. I need to get a new tripod, I swear. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to tie this off. And now we're going to work on the arm bands and leg bands next. I have all my bands here. Bands, make good bands. Okay, and we're just going to place them all right sides together. This one you're going to fold over this way, and on the leg bands you're going to just do it. You're going to sew this side. So go ahead and sew all your bands together, and then we will attach them to the right spot. I don't know why I just got a random accent, but there you go. Sorry for any noise in the back. My daughter's beating up a balloon. Anyways, so now we're going to take our arm cuffs and we're going to make them so they look like this. I just fold the wrong side so that they're touching. And you'll notice that this arm hole is pretty big, so you're gonna have to stretch your cuff when you're attaching it. So it's really important to use, good stretchy fabric. You can see it's like pretty small, but it's going to give it that cinched look. So you're just going to stretch it. And as you're sewing, make sure that you're stretching evenly. But just go all the way around. And then same thing with these leg cuffs. You're going to have to stretch them quite a bit to get them on there. But you just do the same thing. Thank you. My daughter's handing me tape. And again, you're just gonna have to stretch it all to fit in there, but it should work, and I'll be back once that's all done. Here's what it looks like so far. Don't look too close at my stitching. I'm trying to rush because my daughter's normally asleep when I'm doing these, but she's like, you know, being a toddler. But anyways, now I'm going to get my thread, and we're going to add the cinch waist. For this part, you need your pattern piece so that you can know where the cinch line goes. So it's like this, and I'm just going to use a bar of soap. I know this is really random, but I don't have any chalk or anything, so I'm just going to use this to mark my lines. Hopefully you can see them. Hopefully you can see that. It's very subtle, and it's going to wash off, so it's perfect for this. But yeah, I'm just marking it where my elastic is going to go. I'm going to do the same. And by doing this side, just trying to get it even. But yeah, I'm just gonna mark where my elastic goes for the front and for the back. Ideally, you would have like chalk or something that you can see better. But that's what I'm gonna do for the front and the back. Over at my sewing machine, which I feel like y'all never see, but we need it today. So I'm going to first go on stitch 3, and I'm going to turn off my feed dog. There's a little lever in the back, and you just turn them off by pushing it to the side. That just means that nothing's going to move here. And I'm just going to overlap these a little bit. And my daughter's small, so I'm going to overlap it probably a little more than the pattern says. And I'm just going to start sewing. Oops. I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to cut my threads. Okay, there we go. So now we just need to mark the 4 points of this. So I'm going to actually use a pen since it's going to be on the inside of the romper. Okay, so I don't know if you could see the pen, but I just did like tiny little marks on the 4 parts so that I know where to go. And now all I'm going to do is look for my little soap lines and try and find the center. And I'm just gonna put the elastic through like a belt. I'm gonna try and find the center first though. And then we're going to put it through the neck hole. Sorry, I'm like scatterbrained because like I mentioned, my daughter's not normally awake for when I make these videos. Estoy haciendo un video. So yeah. I'm going to take my foot off so I can really place it in there. You're just gonna feed everything through the hood. And try and get everything through there. Okay, now try and find your markings. I found my soap ones. And we're going to be using a zigzag stitch. So first I'm going to go to my regular zigzag stitch. And I'm going to turn my feed dogs back on. And we're going to first... Okay, just to get it started, and then you're going to take your pen point and stretch it all the way to the other side of the romper, and you want to follow your line again. Okay, I actually decided to use stitch 3 since when I stretch my elastic it gets pretty thin. So you're just gonna have to hold it and sew. So I hold it from the front and the back.
Wow,
Oops, I pressed the wrong foot. I have like 4 machines. I'm always pressing the wrong foot. I mean like the wrong pedal. I'm just gonna have to guide it through like this. You're gonna have to stretch evenly. I hate doing elastic, but here you go. I'm gonna hold the elastic, not the fabric, and hope that it feeds through. And I'm just trying to make sure that I stretch it evenly, and I'm just gonna go all the way around. But yeah, I'll be back once I'm done. I hate doing this. Okay, I made it all the way around and I'm just locking it in. And we're going to try and pull it out. And of course trim right by the elastic. And now I'm going to turn this right. This is my first time making it, so this will be a reveal to myself as well. Okay, but I'm just going to trim all my things and show you the final product. Oh, I'm shook. This is so cute. So here is the final product. My elastic was a little wonky because the soap didn't mark it as much as I wanted it to, but it works. It looks so cute. I'm excited. So all of y'all need to get this pattern right now and go sew it for yourself. Bye!